Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Wynn, and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a long time, but we're finally back here on the New State mobile channel, and we have the dev letter that they just released the other day about all of their future plans and updates for New State Mobile. I also want to take a moment and just say happy second anniversary to New State and the entire team and the community. This game is really awesome, and it has come such a far way since the launch, and I think with the plans that they laid out here in this dev letter, we have a lot of cool things to look forward to. But before we get into this, I do want to mention, where the heck have I been? I definitely took a bit of a break from my New State channel, and it's been almost 2 months since I've played or uploaded, so I just want to let you guys know where the heck did I go. And a lot of the reason why I stopped uploading for a little bit actually comes from what's coming in this dev letter and kind of what I knew about the game back in September when I took my break. So in the last dev letter in September, I made a huge video. It was like a 41-minute video about everything that they had announced in that previous dev letter. And one of the things I said was, dude, how sick would it be if this teaser we just got for this huge 8x8 brand new map called Rondo, at the time, we just got a little teaser of it coming to PC PUBG from Krafton. And I said, dude, how freaking sick would it be if we got this massive map at the same time and it was like a new 8x8 kilometer map for the second anniversary and stuff. And that was just my guess, and I was like, that would be super dope if that happens. You guys didn't know this, but they actually reached out to me a little bit after, like a couple days later, and they're like, hey, we have some answers to some of the things you said about your dev letter and everything. And one of the things they told me was, we are working on a new little map. It's a little 1x1 kilometer map, and we have a new game mode, and we're working on it. It's going to take some time, and it's probably not going to come out until early 2024. Now, I can tell you guys this now because that's what they told me a few months ago. Well, because that's what they're talking about in today's dev letter. So now I can let you guys know that. But back in September, I was like, all right, so there's no big new map coming out. There is some really cool content coming out, but it's not for like several months. Remember, this was September, and we're not going to get this until January, February, or March at the latest. So I just thought, let's take a step back, let's take a little break, and when they launch this new mode or this like whole new chapter of New State, I don't know, this could become the next main mode of New State. They really have been experimenting around with how the heck can we have success, not really in Battle Royale, but in other stuff. They've done like Siege mode, they've tried Bounty Royale, they tried Bounty Royale twice, they tried Extreme BR, they're really experimenting around with game modes, and I'm sure at some point something's gonna stick. They're gonna crack the code and have an awesome new mode, and I hope that's what we have here in this dev letter. But I just wanted to let you guys know, knowing that the next big update wasn't going to be for like 4 or 5 months, I was like, let me just take a break. Let me focus on, I got a lot going on other channels. Let's just work on that. And I will be back, in the future. And we might start coming back because some of the stuff in this dev letter is pretty darn sick, including a night mode. So I'm definitely coming back for night mode, dude. That's going to be dope. So we'll start, getting a couple uploads back here on the channel, get things, going again. But I just wanted to let you know why I took a break, and it was because I did hear in September that, something's coming, but it's going to take a while. But we're already halfway through November, so this could be right around the corner. So let's go check out now what's in the dev letter. So for the second anniversary, by the way, if you guys didn't log in and collect it, I don't know if you still can, but they gave everyone a free universal outfit upgrade token. That's pretty sick, and I can guarantee you I'm going to upload another video because my Skullfrost is already maxed out. I just need one token to get that bad boy all the way to the level 4 where it's like all golden. Man, I'm making a video on that, dude. That looks sick. So make sure you guys get your free outfit token. Happy second anniversary. Greetings, survivors from the New State dev team. It's been an incredible 2 years since New State's launch. We're amazed at how quickly these 2 years have passed, and they're deeply thankful for everything. It really has been kind of crazy, man, how fast this has gone. Thinking about playing the alpha like 2 summers ago, 3 summers ago, and now we're already at the second anniversary. That's kind of wild. And they've been really open and transparent about they appreciate the love and encouragement, and they also, they know that there's been criticism, they know they've made mistakes, and they've admit that, and I think they really have come a long way. And despite what some people still think in the community, I think they have made insane improvements, man. I'm seeing comments from people that are like, dude, New State's still going, New State's still around, how the heck did New State survive, but even Apex Mobile didn't survive? And people don't realize like how good this game really is, how strong the community is. And people are shocked when they still hear about New State's going strong, man. And I think, getting the word out there, even now, 2 years later, getting people aware about this game can really turn some heads. And if people get bored of PUBG or bored of, like waiting for Warzone, New State's always there, man. Like, you guys can always play this game, and it's really good. I know I took a break, but this is a really, really good game. I mean, even now, today, still, the physics, the graphics, So like the vehicle mechanics, everything, the shooting, the recoil, it feels so good. And it still is one of the best games on the market for sure. So I'm glad that New State's doing well. I'm glad they've got big plans. And let's hear about what those plans are. So 2 years with our survivors. I might skip over some of this stuff. They had a lot of data. They talked about, like, look at all this content. And I will say one thing. I know that, myself included, we have criticized New State a little bit about some of the updates, feeling kind of like, that's it. Like, you know, this whole month, the only new thing we have is like a gun customization. Some of the updates aren't that great, but let's be honest. In 2 years, they have put out a lot of content. They've done a really good job. From starting out with just Troy and Erangel, we had, that was it. And a station deathmatch. That's all we had. And since then, they've now launched how many different modes and maps, and Troy Extreme VR, the RDM mode, Erangel Extreme VR, Underbridge RDM, Exhibit Hall TDM. They did Bounty Royale and tested that out. They added a Quinta. They added the shooting gallery. They added RDM to Station. They tried out Siege mode. We have TDM in Arena. Then they added Lagna. They did a Kaboom mode, the Big Head mode as April Fool's joke. They've added Ace Leagues, Weekly Leagues, Deadrock RDM. They did Bounty Royale 2.0. Now, I think the part that does suck a little bit is that half of that content, at least, is not in the game anymore, but they have done a lot. So we've gotten some cool experiences in game modes over the years for sure, and we've got some even cooler ones coming up pretty soon. Now, you guys can check this out. I'll put the link in the description if you want to get into this details, but they have a lot of graphics about like what were the most common, you know, like guns, what were the most common hot drops, all this stuff. Oh, and by the way, we do have 7 guns. I will give that to them too. We have 7 guns that are completely unique to New State that aren't even in PC PUBG. They did make a note about that, which is pretty dope when you think about it. All these hot drops, number of matches and accounts and hours played. Obviously, it's kind of funny to see like Pachinki in school. What's the hottest drop here? We've got the Mall and then Exhibit Hall. We've got Paradiso, Central, and then on Lagna, you know, like the 3 main areas as well. Like kind of just seeing the heat maps are pretty interesting. All the flares used, how many drone credits. People have spent 110 billion drone credits. You know, stuff like that's funny. And then, of course, what was the top radio message? Check my mark. Check my mark. Enemy location confirmed. Enemy location confirmed. Bro, I swear to God, my teammates and I, we got to account for at least 1 million of those, bro. What else? You know, we got some people that have been absolutely crazy. This one guy's got 5,879 hours played, bro. Bro, go take a nap. Go take a shower, dude. What the heck? And the thing is, the guy in second's like not even close. He's 1,000 hours behind. This Herka guy needs to put the phone down. Whew, man, he's insane. But here we go. There it is. You see it on the screen. I'm not even going to tease you guys. We have a new map. I mentioned it earlier. It is a 1x1 kilometer map, but we also have a brand new exclusive game mode that is coming to this map. So imagine like if Bounty Royale had its own map kind of thing. This isn't going to be Bounty, but it's going to be a whole new mode like Bounty or like BR, or like Extreme BR. It's going to be a whole new mode. It's going to have its own rules and all kinds of stuff. And it's going to be on this map. So we can actually take a look at it. I zoomed in here and it looks pretty sick. It's small though, right? And this is what I said. I was a little bit disappointed when they messaged me privately a few months ago and said, yo, we're not like working on a big map like you had hoped, but we do have a small map and we hope you'll like it because it also has this cool new game mode. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to let y'all cook. I'm going to let New State cook, and we'll see what they come up with. And this is pretty cool. I think this looks like it's a small map, but being a small map, that means it could, whatever game mode this is, it's definitely going to be fast-paced, close quarters, and I don't know, I'm getting some vibes here of, with it being a square, call me crazy, I don't know. I've literally been hooked the last couple days on Mobile Legends Bang Bang. All right, you guys have been asking me to play that for so long. So I've finally been playing it. I've been absolutely hooked. And for some reason, this, I don't know why, but doesn't this look like a map from like League of Legends or something? Like, I don't know, you kind of have different routes. You could take lanes. Oh no, let's call them lanes, you know? Who knows? Maybe this like corner down here, this is where like a team spawns. And then maybe another team spawns up there. I don't know. I think what's really cool about this, though, is this track. This, you could drive around, like, the top, like, there's, like, a top layer of the map that you can go with a vehicle. So maybe there will be vehicles? Or, call me crazy, what if it's like a tram? What if there's a tram that constantly moves from side to side? Like, it just, You take the train up and around, and it goes and it stops here, and then it goes back, and it just makes that trip again and again. And you can like ride the tram up above. I don't know. There's some pretty cool things they can do. We've got some new assets here for sure. They actually highlighted them here. This new upper like bridge area with a ramp that's completely new. We also have whatever this is, like kind of some towers and like a wall, maybe some cover. But let's actually read what they say about this, because I can't tell you guys any more about this than the actual devs can. So let's just see what they say. So as mentioned in their previous dev letter, they're excited to share news about a new mode that the development team is currently preparing. This new mode, which will be played on a dedicated map, right here, promises fast-paced gameplay and represents a completely new style of Battle Royale. Interesting. So if it's completely new, that means it's probably something we've never seen before. Never seen it in maybe an Apex, PUBG, Free Fire. Maybe we've never seen it before. I don't know. I mean, it makes me nervous, but it makes me excited. Whenever a developer is like, we're going to do something completely new, you're like, oh no, like, how's this going to work? But it also, if it works, bro, it could be awesome. So while it's still too early to reveal all the details, we're thrilled to give you a first look at the images of the map currently in development. So this is the map. We've got some assets. The new Battle Royale mode is currently being prepared with a target launch of first quarter of 2024. So quarters, meaning Q1. The first one could be January, February, or March. So it's still going to take a little bit of time, but we got the holidays coming up, boom, new year, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, we're in 2024, and then this could be right around the corner. So we'll soon be able to share more details and information. In the meantime, we appreciate your interest leading up to the update. Additionally, next year's development plan includes updates to the existing Battle Royale. We're thinking hard about improvements necessary to ensure all users can enjoy New State. We're aware that in some regions, core players are asking for an increase in difficulty. However, after analyzing actual data, we've identified the game's biggest challenges to be the early dropout of new and beginning players who find it hard to settle into New State. So I think that's a really good point. And that is, sometimes the people in the community that are the loudest aren't always the most popular. And we've seen that time and time again. People in the Discord server, people on Twitter always tweeting about, I hate this about New State. The players really want this. But it's like, you might be saying that, but the actual data, and this is what I've been saying for years, guys, and I feel so vindicated, is that the players that stick around, the hardcore New State players that are putting in those hundreds of hours, they say, I want it to be more difficult. But you know whose opinions are not being represented there? The millions or hundreds of thousands of players that try the game and they drop out early, right? So the problem is, if New State just keeps making changes and decisions based off of only what the hardcore New State Conqueror sweat players want, then we're going to keep losing these beginner players who find it hard to settle into New State. That's what I've been saying for so long, and it's been so hard for me to really articulate the words of what I mean, and I think they did such a good job of really summarizing what I've been trying to say, is that even though some of you guys are saying you want, more difficulty, you want, you want like Miramar, or you want Vikendi to come to New State, after looking at the actual data and seeing what the millions of, players out there, the actual casual players, here's what the data actually says. You know what I mean? And let's scroll back up, because to the same point, many of you, including myself, we've all said, hey, maybe we want PC PUBG maps to come to New State. Maybe we want Miramar. We want Vikendi. A lot of people say that, but check this out. What's the most popular map, guys? Troy. What's the most popular BR map? Troy. So, people say one thing. We like PC PUBG maps, right? But why isn't Erangel the most popular map? Troy is. The one map, well, one of the maps that is new, completely unique to New State, and it's more popular than Erangel. So can you see why people on Discord, people on Twitter, we want Vikendi, we want Miramar. But, like, what does the actual data say? The data says that the unique maps are the more popular ones. So it's like, I really feel for the New State devs. They're in such a predicament, because the loudest people on Twitter, the small but mighty people that are like, I want this, They're like, okay, you guys really want this, but like we looked at the data and like 90% of people want something else, but those 90% of people, they're not the ones tweeting. They're not the ones in the Discord. They're the ones that download and they're like, I don't really like this, and they go back to PUBG Mobile. Those people are the people we need on New State in order to make this game survive and be successful. So that's just what I've really been trying to say, is we're aware that some people are saying things, but when you look at the data, we've noticed that there's a lot of people that are quitting. How do we get those people to not quit? That's the goal. So anyway, I've said too much about that. Oh, oops, what is that? I accidentally scrolled past night mode. Well, there we go. So even though this map and this mode is not coming out for a few more months, I think night mode is coming out like next week. That's going to be crazy, man. Well, I'm not entirely sure, but if you read this, let me know what you think. Would you guys interpret this the same way that I do? And that is, additionally, next year's development plans includes, okay, we already read that, the data, yes, okay. In response, the development team is deliberating and testing new approaches to ensure that the gunplay aspect of this mode can be enjoyed by both beginners and seasoned players. So maybe with it having a little bit more of a casual, new player-friendly approach, it won't be as hard to control the guns and whatnot. I'm not sure how they're going to do that, but we'll see. Hopefully this is something that with this new mode and this new map, if players download New State and come back and try it, they like it and they don't quit, and that could help out, right? Like if all the sweats are playing Battle Royale, maybe some of the casual players, they can start off by playing this fun new map and mode, and then as they get into New State and they get better and better, then maybe they hop in and try Battle Royale with all you Giga Chad sweat lords that are in the Discord server. You know what I mean? I mean, PUBG Mobile kind of took a similar approach. Dude, all the sweats are on Erangel and stuff, but what did they do? They added like a fun little Noosa map where you can hop in and, oh, it's like 10 minutes, woohoo, and like we get little respawns and like, yay, you know, it's like fun, but that's something that's good for like newbie players, but then they can, you know, kind of move up the ranks and play some Erangel, you know? Maybe that's something like what New State is able to accomplish here with this new mode. We're also reevaluating our matchmaking system, reflecting on the multitude of opinions shared by our survivors since the last dev letter. Now, what is that talking about? That went back to, should we have random match selection, map rotations? You know, like they really are monitoring the matchmaking situation, because some players are like, I can't find a match. It takes 10 minutes for me to find an FPP solo match on Troy. Or like, I try to queue squads on Lagna, and I can't find a match or something. So they're really monitoring the matchmaking situation, and it looks like we might start to see some changes there. This November, we aim to adjust the map operations schedule to minimize matchmaking latency. So what that says to me is maybe it's like Troy is available from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and then Erangel is from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and then maybe Troy is back. I don't know. So we might have like some scheduling, maybe some map rotation type stuff. I hope it's not crazy. I hope it's not like you only get Erangel this entire week, and then all next week is only Lagna, because like, bro, that'd be suck. Maybe give us like a little bit of a choice. I think it'd be fun if like the small maps alternated, maybe Akinta or Lagna, and then the big maps alternated, like Troy or Erangel. Like at any time, there's one big map and one small map. I think that'd be fun. The only problem though is that like some kids only download the default map, which is Akinta, actually, believe it or not. They switched it up so that Akinta is the one auto-downloaded map. That's why that map was so popular, because some people, they didn't want to download Troy, and they didn't want to download Erangel because they don't have storage space, and that's what made Akinta super popular. So I'm nervous that with map rotation, these kids are going to have to download all the maps, because like if Akinta's out and Lagna's in, you've got to download it, or you just can't play. So that could be problematic. But at the end of the day, man, if we're going to try to fix matchmaking and stuff, I'm sorry, bro, but you got to download all the maps. If you can't have 1 gigabyte free on your phone, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, you know, it's a tough situation, but like you got to download the maps, or just get more storage on your phone. You know, like we can't keep catering to the players that only have like 8 gigs of storage on their phone, dude. Anyway, moreover, we will keep you informed swiftly about any more confirmed details and changes about matchmaking. Awesome. We got the FAMAS. We already knew about that. That's going to be sick. It's my favorite gun of PUBG Mobile. Hopefully this thing also shreds in New State. That'll be fun. What else? Night mode. That's going to be freaking dope. And it's so funny because I just did a sponsored video on my main channel for Arena Breakout, and the idea of the sponsored video was like, I'm tired of waiting for night mode and thermal scopes, and I'm tired of these games not adding them. And I'm like, but Arena Breakout has thermal scopes. And then, I did the whole sponsored video. But literally like 2 days later of me being like, I'm tired of waiting for night mode, literally New State's like, hey, we got night mode. So that was kind of dope, bro. My wish came true. We would like to share some news about upcoming November update. The November update will introduce features that many survivors have been eagerly requesting, including... Oh, wow, never mind. Okay, I guess you don't even have to interpret it. They literally said it. The November update will introduce features that many survivors have been requesting, including the FAMAS, Death Replay, and Night Mode. Freaking W, man. Particularly, given the immense anticipation around the Night Mode and the FAMAS, we're excited to offer a sneak peek of what's to come. We kindly ask for your continued excitement for the upcoming November update. I hope that Night Mode is like always night mode. I don't know. Do you think it'll just be always nighttime, or do you think they'll throw it into the rotation of weather? That would be cool, but also I would get nervous because I feel like players are going to back out. If they're like, oh, I got daytime, backing out. Oh, I got like stormy weather on Akinta, backing out. Like, I'm only going to play if I get night mode, because I know I would do that. If night mode comes out, I'm going to want to play it, and I'm not going to want to play like 5 different Akinta matches just waiting to get night mode. But also, please, New State, I know the devs watch my videos sometimes. Please, this right here is such a perfect time for thermal scopes or night vision. Just, I put a scope on and everything's like green, This is the type of technology that when I see this game is set in 2051 in the future, this is so sick. I mean, it's not even that futuristic. We have thermal and night vision scopes now, today, in real life, but that would be so awesome. I hope that that's something they like sneak into this update and don't tell us, but come on, with night mode, new items, bro, how sick would that be? And maybe it only spawns in night mode. Like, thermal scopes or like night vision goggles in the daytime doesn't make sense, so no one's going to pick them up. So maybe they only spawn. Or maybe it's like a drone shop thing, where it's like, well, I'm only going to buy it if I need it, So that would be a really cool way to add that in. And again, like I mentioned in my other sponsored video, no games are really doing this right now. So if New State does, that's a really cool competitive advantage of, hey, you guys want night vision goggles over on PUBG Mobile and you haven't gotten them in 4 years because PUBG Mobile won't bring it back. Well, hey, maybe put that in New State. Or maybe Krafton was like, we're not going to put it in PUBG Mobile, because they also, they own PUBG Mobile too. They're like, we're not going to put it in PUBG Mobile because we know it's coming to New State. Hey, big brain strats. Hey, mark my words. Maybe that's what's happening. Conspiracy theory. I do my tinfoil hat. All right, wrapping up the letter. We've provided more detailed information about future updates in our next dev letter. Nice. So they have another dev letter. I love this kind of level of communication. Kindly ask for your understanding. And yes, there's that level up token and 22 chicken medals that I mentioned. I'm definitely going to be maxing out my Skull Frost, especially because it gave me a free token, bro. How cool is that? And yeah, this should be coming out soon. The next update is probably next week, the 21st maybe? 21st, 22nd, I think is usually when it comes out. So night mode coming soon. We'll be back with a few more videos, get the channel back up and running as we await this new map and new game mode that's coming out in Q1. It's a smaller map. Maybe it won't take them as long to make it. I'm hopeful that it's more like on the January side and not the March side. Like sooner rather than later would be awesome, because other than that, if it comes out in March, that means we waited almost a full year for a map, which kind of sucks, especially given that the new map is only going to be 1 by 1 kilometer, because Lagna was like, what, April? So if they drop this in March, yeah, that's like 11 months. We did get the Akinta expanded map. That was cool. We got to give them credit for that. That was pretty dope. But yeah, I hope this comes out as soon as possible, and I'm looking forward to it. I think if they can really successfully pull off some kind of new game mode, something fun that you can just hop in and play and get cool content or feel good and like rank up or something, and do it again and again and again. I think that's what New State needs. Battle Royale, it's tough and it's a little bit boring at times, and there's so many Battle Royale games that if they can really crack the code on some kind of new mode that we've never experienced before, and it's fun and it's addicting, I think they could have a big winning kind of game mode here. That's what it's all about, is creating a fun gameplay loop that players want to log in, they look forward to, they play it, they win, they jump back in, they play it, they win, they jump back in, or they lose, or they just play it over and over and over again, and it's addicting. And like I said, I've been addicted to Mobile Legends Bang Bang recently. Bro, it's hop in, play. Win or lose, bro, I can't wait to get into the next match. Like, just that MOBA over and over and over and over again, right? Or even like COD Mobile, the multiplayer, over and over and over, you know, like just something repetitive and fun and quick. Maybe that's what they're going for here, and I hope they succeed. So best of luck, New State. Congrats again on the 2nd anniversary. I know I've talked a lot in this video. We're almost at 25 minutes. Damn. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys for watching and for your continued support, and I promise I'll be back with some content very soon. I'm looking forward to it. New State has always been my favorite game. Whether or not I talk about it or play it publicly, I'm always checking their patch notes videos. I'm one of the first people to watch it when they drop. Always reading these dev letters, and you know, I love New State, and I'm never going to not love it. So I will be back, and I thank you guys for your support again. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.